Singles Reality. And today is a very special edition because today marks 11 years in marriage. And to me, by my side, I have my beloved husband, the husband of my youth that I've spent 11 years with. So we are having a special edition today, and the topic is embracing forgiveness in marriage. Embracing forgiveness in marriage. So we're looking at what is forgiveness, what is the Bible saying about forgiveness, and how can we embrace forgiveness in life. So please do well to follow us. If you're on that YouTube and you don't subscribe, please try and subscribe. Press that and press this subscription button now. It's not biting, I beg. Press it.
Doesn't buy.
Then also like and share. You can also invite people that we are live and they can join this section. This
Let
section,
them come on board.
yes, let them come on board. This section will be a powerful section. We are trusting the Holy Spirit to help us. Forgiveness is a very, very wide phenomenon and it affects every home. Forget it, every home. So we are going to every relationship. Thank you. So we're going to be looking at it. What is the Bible saying about it? Can we truly forgive? Can we truly forgive and forget? Then how can we now embrace forgiveness? How can we build our mind that we can even forgive ahead, forgive our partner ahead, forgive our spouse ahead? Is it possible? So do well to subscribe and continue. So choice forgiveness. Let me start with you.
All right. Forgiveness is a deliberate decision to release a feelings of hurt or a kind of resentment that you have towards another person, with by virtue of an offense that the person committed. So you deliberately, so that is a conscious thing. It's not something that just happened on its own. Consciously, you need to release that feelings, that emotional feelings, that
The
hurt.
odds, the
Yes,
pain.
the
Yeah.
pains. So that is forgiveness. So it's a process really. So that some things would have gone through your mind, and you arrive at the point that okay, I need to actually release this person. So when you release the person from your heart, that is forgiveness. You are releasing the person of that hurt, because anytime you think about it, there's a way it hurts you. But when you release it from your heart, even when you see the person, you're able to actually flow together, not thinking about the past again. That is just that is forgiveness.
Okay, now let's look at what is the Bible saying about forgiveness. There are some offenses that we think, oh, you can't forgive this person. Not at all. Even we say when we get to heaven, we forgive ourselves, And when we now bring it to homes, to marriage, sometimes, in fact, most times, our spouse offends us. It may not be something that is very big, but something that we just think, oh, you should know that this is wrong. Why are you doing this? And because of that, we take that personal. We don't even say it out. Sometimes we don't say it out. We just assume and say, this person should know that. Yeah, this person should know. Yeah, this person should know that this is wrong. What you are doing is wrong. You are actually hurting me. And the other partner, maybe he's not even aware. He's just, just doing his own. So let's bring it down to okay, what is the Bible saying about forgiveness?
Okay, Bible. It is very important that if you're a Christian, you should be a Christian.
What do you mean by that?
Okay.
What do you mean by should be a Christian?
Christianity is actually a way of life.
Mm,
So many people see Christianity as a religion.
mm.
So they just know that, but what is your religion? I'm a
You're
Christian.
a Christian.
But it's actually a way of life.
So it's more than the religion.
It is more than just a
It's not than
religion.
just being a
You understand me now?
religion.
So if you want to be a Christian, be a Christian.
How can I be a Christian?
Okay, that's something Jesus actually said about forgiveness.
Mm,
And I believe that it's going to be very, very hard for anyone to consume it. Jesus said, the disciples were actually asking, how many times should someone forgive us in a day?
in a day.
Before we can say, okay, no, I don't want to forgive again. You know what he said?
It's
Said
70 times 70 times.
70 times 7 times.
That would be 70
That's
times
490 times.
In a day.
One day. So the truth is, can someone actually offend you 490 times in one day? It's not possible. It's not possible. So what Jesus is trying to say is that no matter the hurt you must find a base in your heart where you forgive. So as far as Bible is, but
Okay,
at the time,
okay, so let me add
okay,
this, let me
okay,
add this to it.
mm,
You know, there is this our Lord's prayer that we say. We
yes.
say our Lord's prayer, our
Our
Father who
Father
art
of
in
heaven,
heaven,
hallowed be
hallowed be
thy
thy
name,
name,
thy
thy
kingdom
kingdom
come,
come,
thy
thy
will
will
be
be
done
done
on
on
earth
earth
as
as
it
it
is
is
in
in
heaven.
heaven. Give
Give us
us this
today
day
our
our
daily
daily
bread.
bread.
Forgive
Forgive us
us
of all our sins as we
as we
forgive
forgive.
those who
Mm,
trespass against us.
exactly, exactly.
So we can ask God for
Mm,
forgiveness. It means that, you know, the truth is that every day, but let's say every day, we offend God, or
one
we
way or the other.
sin against God in one way or the other. It will be
You not be unconscious, you not be conscious. It
consciously
not be
or
something,
unconsciously. Yeah. But at least we offend God, or we sin against God. And
or
yet,
let's say weak, or people that
yes,
believe they don't do.
they don't say, okay, maybe in a way. But, you know, after saying that, okay, God forgive us as we forgive those who trespass, because you know too knows that people will also offend us,
Yes,
especially when your spouse, especially your partner will definitely offend you. So if the Lord is forgiving us of all our sins, then we should also be able to forgive their sins.
exactly. Jesus said that if somebody offends you and you want to pay an offering, he said that offering put it at one side.
Put it down.
Put it down.
Mm,
Go and reconcile
mm,
with that person first.
mm.
Either you are the one that offend the person,
Or
or
it's
the
best
person.
that offend
Make
you.
sure the two of you there's a reconciliation before you come and drop it. So it shows that God really values forgiveness. God pays high premium on forgiveness. And He knows that. In fact, so many times, forgiveness when you refuse to forgive people, unforgiveness can actually delay prayers,
Mm.
can delay help, it
Answers
can delay
prayer.
so many things because unforgiveness is a product from the devil.
Mm,
Do you
mm.
see it now?
Unforgiveness is
It's a product
product
from the
from the
devil.
devil.
So that's why I said that if you want to be a Christian, be a Christian. So that means there are some things because so many times the reason why it's hard to forgive many times or sometimes it will be ego issue.
What do you mean by ego?
Okay. She offended me and
Yeah.
she has not even come to ask for forgiveness.
I'm not going to say sorry.
To say sorry, or what she did is too, no, no, no,
How
no,
will
no, no,
she
no.
talk to me like that?
What do you mean? Things like that.
Yeah, how will she
So
talk to me like that? Not even there. It depends on my
you
friends.
something now,
How will you talk to me like that?
so many things. People
And
can
you are
hurt
not
us in
seeing
many
it
ways.
as it's my
And the
husband.
person,
I can talk to
do
him
you
anyhow.
understand? So that's it. So what we're talking about really is that we should forgive. Forgiveness is very, very important. Jesus has demonstrated several times. A lady was to be stoned to death. You know, she was caught. Fornicating. Now, people that caught her, they didn't bring the man. It was only the lady they brought. And so many allegations. But everybody they've gone to look for stones. I'm very sure some people they have to run to maybe their house to go and bring the biggest stone in their house. They just want to stone that lady. Meanwhile, many of them have been doing terrible things too. Because that account show us that so many times when we go condemn people, we ourselves we have not actually had a kind of deep thought reflection to know that even this person that offended you, you offended the person before.
It's even better what I've done to someone else.
You understand me now? Jesus said, okay, what is all I'm going to do? Anyone that has not committed sin before. He didn't say this particular sin. Anyone that has not committed sin before, should stone her first. And what happened? From the earliest, gradually drop the stone, walk away till nobody was there. So what are we saying? It means that you too personally you must have actually offended somebody. Maybe not your wife, maybe not your husband. You might have offended somebody before, or even God, and He forgives you. So why can't you? Let's embrace forgiveness.
So why is forgiveness so important? Why is it so important? Especially let's bring it out to family now. Let's bring it out to husband and wife. You now bring it down to husband and wife. Why is forgiveness so important? Why is it so important in the home? You understand the God's standards of forgiveness, you understand the Bible standards of forgiveness. But now let's bring it back to the home. I can actually have a friend. I'm just thinking, and she offended me and says, Yes, I've forgiven you, but I don't want to have any friendship with you again. I'm not more your friend. Go your way, let me go my way. But now we are married, we are one. That is and two shall become one. So we are spouse. So why is
Cannot
it
be that.
important? Yes, I can't say go, don't talk to me again
Okay.
because we see ourselves in the house.
Every day.
Do you understand? And I actually I think I heard of a story of husband and wife that live together as just a roommate, I mean a flatmate rather. They don't talk to each other. Everybody do their things, but the husband cook his food
Live like
separate. Yeah,
roommates.
roommates. The husband cook his food separate. The wife cook her food separate. And there is this they call it uh there is this do your thing, let me do my
Exactly.
thing.
Your own.
You are on your own. Yeah, you are on your
So
own.
we are
So
co-tenants.
yes, co-ten. So let's bring it down to marriage. Let's bring it down to why is forgiveness so important?
Well, forgiveness for marriage to work really. Bible said that can two work together.
Except
Except you agree. For marriage to work itself, it takes two people. So that means there should be a constant agreement within the two people. Now, when someone offends you and you refuse to forgive the person, you created an avenue.
when your partner
Your partner, yes.
or
You
your
created,
spouse.
or your spouse, you created an avenue for a third party to come into the system. What do I mean by a third party? So many women have been vulnerable of this. They have issue with the husband at home, and the husband refused to forgive, or maybe the wife refused to forgive. But in the office, there's someone in the office that behind the lady. You understand me? That doesn't he doesn't care whether she's married or not. All he knew is that I like this lady,
And he's giving the lady
and I can do
attention.
anything.
And the
Meanwhile,
husband that told me is keeping malice
the
for the
other is
wife.
keeping malice,
Hey.
unforgiveness.
Mm.
And somebody else is not keeping malice somewhere.
Mm.
Somebody else love the person you are keeping malice
Person.
with.
Yeah.
As at that time, emotionally, the woman's emotion will have been cut off a little from you.
Mm.
That emotion cannot just stay on the song, it has to rest on something.
Mm.
So gradually it will be diverted.
To something else.
The woman might not actually have any interest in the person in the office. But because this unforgiveness has stayed too long, gradually and someone else is giving her that attention that she's missing. I have to be dragging, to be living, and before you know it, that little thing can turn to something big issue.
I think that's why some women now divert the emotion or the affection to their children.
Exactly.
So the husband
So
will
some
not
women just felt, see, I don't have any time for you. Let me just
let
so
me just
that
concentrate on
emotion
these
they put it on the
children.
children. So when the husband is at home, they don't even see him.
No, you know what you say now, but I read something online on social media this week, and the guy put on social media that she and the wife they have a misunderstanding, very hot argument in the morning, and then go out together, go to office together.
Yeah.
They bought the
I
same
think I know.
bus,
Exactly.
yeah, go to office together. And that particular time, he already made up his mind and this agreement, I'm going to keep marriage with you. I'm not going to tell you sorry and I'm not going to forgive you. He
Exactly.
made up his mind. And they enter the same bus together. And normally, when they enter bus like that, he's going to sit beside the wife.
Yes.
But because of the misunderstanding, the issue that morning, he sat at the back and the woman was sitting at the front. So he said he was just bold and see pay your money today I'm gone. So he said one guy that when the conductor now asked the wife your money, the wife was about to look at the back and say my husband pay na, but another guy inside the bus just beside was sitting beside the wife. If like he is always he usually sit beside am one of the argument he sat at the back. So another guy and the
Third
guy
party.
yeah he third party and that guy was even a policeman now paid for the
For the
wife and
woman.
said, see, I paid for you, madam. What is your name? The
And
lady
conversation
and
started.
so he said he was paying that the person, who shared all this thing? That before you know
What
it,
are
the
you
guy
talking,
like
Mr.
introducing
Man?
himself, my name is this, I work somewhere close. That can I have your number? And the wife was like, oh no, I can't give you my number. It's okay, let me give you my number in case you are a police officer at this area. So in case you have anything, you can
Any
come.
issue?
He said immediately that that money that he has been giving, he just he started and he just talked to the wife and said, do you prepare Ayo's food? I can't remember the name of that story. He said, do you
Yeah.
prepare Ayo's food?
It's
Do
about
you
that
do you set Ayo's rush while in school that you are going to be coming late, immediately the wife grabbed that, oh, I guess. He said, yes, 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 I did. The next pastor, the guy thought, and grabbed the wife. Immediately.
No more fighting.
No more fight.
I'm telling you.
Immediately,
No
you
more
forgive
fighting.
all those arguments, all those malice that want to kill. It's not as if this malice I'm keeping is as if I'm bringing
It's
a space.
creating a space
I'm
already
creating
for
a
someone
space.
else.
I'm going to create a space. Forget it. The devil will make sure that space is filled.
I'm telling you.
Because there's no how you cannot have a space. It's either the devil comes in or Holy Spirit comes in. And that time you are already far from Holy Spirit. So the devil will definitely comes in. So what he's trying to say and what we are trying to say is that unforgiveness creates space,
Exactly.
creates
For
space
the devil.
and it creates that space for the
The woman
It just
doesn't
like
have to go out anywhere. You know, this
yeah.
one we're talking about now, the divorce. She doesn't
It
have
does.
to go anywhere.
Mm.
She has her phone with her.
Yeah.
The internet is there.
Yeah.
You know, so many issues on Instagram. And that time you already create a space. All
The
those things
attention
that
has been diverted.
things that happen on internet, she begin, you know, those things begin to drop and begin to form.
And you know the devil is
you know,
very the devil is very crafty.
very, very.
It's that time that you have issues of all that you now start seeing
I'm
bad
telling you,
testimonies
similar
about
issues.
husband, about men.
Seriously.
You now be seeing things that men have done that is so bad. You now say, oh,
Exactly.
same thing with that.
Exactly.
And the small issue that you refuse to forgive on, you now start turning big.
Exactly.
You know, start turning
And by the
big.
time you are thinking of, you know, that thing will have gone far. So it's very, very important that we actually uh, consider forgiveness
So,
in marriage.
okay, can moving on,
Yeah.
can forgiveness be taken for granted? You know,
Taken for
be
granted.
taken for granted, yeah. You know, so you know, I don't know. In homes, we used to ask when they have short acts. Maybe the wife, maybe the husband that is always forgiving, even when he's the one, when he's not one, when he's not at fault, you still just try to forgive just for peace to reign. Now the other partner is taking it for granted and no, okay, I know that my husband will forgive me. And we keep doing the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. No, let me even bring it down to, let me now bring it down to husband that have side chick, you know. The husband, the wife has him with one lady before. The one has said, oh, I'm so sorry, it's the devil work, I promise I will not do that again. And you find a place to forgive the husband. Not up to 2 months again, you cut him with another one. Now this one is even the maybe your neighbor. You know, something very embarrassing.
Yeah.
He still come and say, oh, I'm so sorry. It's the lady that is pushing herself to me. It's the devil what we forgive. It's not time again. So, you know, that time for that forgiveness has been taken for granted. So what can you do as that person has keep forgiving and this person is not it's just seeing it's just like he's taking you for granted. It's just like you can't do anything. So what can you do in that kind of sense?
Okay, you know, the question is, can it be taken for granted? Answer is yes. Forgiveness can be taken for granted. And some of us, we do that with God.
Mm.
You know,
You do that with God. Mm.
That's why we see some choir members just left the bed of fornication.
And they'll still come and
You
say,
hold the mic and start singing worship.
mm.
You know, because immediately she left the bed of fornication, she asked for forgiveness.
Mm.
So she entered the church, she sang, and from church, go back, ask for forgiveness. So she has taken it for granted. And by the time devil is struck, or is it strike or struck, you know, God may not be able to do anything about it because it has been taken for granted. So forgiveness can actually be taken for granted in homes. So what do you do when your spouse, your husband, your wife, you know, decided to take that forgiveness for granted? You know, intentionally, you know, just as some of us we do, you know, there's something very wrong, and you know that it's wrong. You say, God, please forgive me. Oh. I have to do this one.
I have to
You
do
know,
this one.
I have to do this one.
Forgive
Then
me
please
ahead.
forgive me ahead. You know, you're taking it for granted. You know, whether God will forgive you or not,
Or
that's
not.
another story.
You
But
don't
the
even
fact,
care. Your own that you are
the fact remains
forgiven.
that you take
And
it
you
for
will say, oh
granted.
Jesus, I know you are a forgiving
You
father.
understand me now?
Please.
You know, let me do this one.
Let me do this one.
So, in that case, it can be very awful when you keep doing that. You keep committing almost the same offense. So, what the wife can do or the husband can do at that time is to engage the partner in a kind of communication. You need to actually sit down and talk about it. You know, because so many times when you bottle some things and you got to it and you didn't
Say
speak out, you didn't say it
it.
out, and you know that this person has been taking it for granted. But each time it comes with sweet words or whatever, you just let it go because you want peace to reign. You know, a time comes it will form a kind of sediment in your heart. It will be building. Even though you think you are forgiving the person, but
Mm.
something is building. It will get to a stage where you will not be able to take it again.
Yeah.
And at that level, the bone can crack
Mm.
because you've actually endured it for a
For a
long
long
time.
time.
Do you understand? But just like this proverb that when you pursue a goat, to the world, that goat will likely face you back. I know the goat has horn. It face you back. So engage in communication.
So when we say engage in communication, are you saying the person that keeps forgiving should be the one that will engage in communication with that person?
Yes, if you think that somebody has been offending you,
I don't think, I'm sorry,
mm,
I'm not thinking in that way communication will work. Because we talked about it, the person need to forgive. Some will even keep crying. You start crying. I'm so sorry. It's the devil work.
yeah,
Please forgive me. I won't do it again. You start crying and you pity this person and say, oh, yes, it's the devil work. You forgive the person. You talk about it as if people can wait to start. You don't give them. You say, don't worry, I've changed. I'll do this. I'll do. Yes, it changed for a month, but you still go back to that kind to
yes,
that thing. In fact,
yes.
to do the worst.
Mhm.
So even I'm not I don't think communication
Communication still works.
is still
Still
okay.
works. Just like a teacher in school
Mm,
and with students, or maybe you are teaching them, they are not grasping. Then but after a lot of the consistency, some of them
okay,
begin to
maybe we
embrace
should say
it.
you should add communication with prayer for that kind
No,
of person.
prayer is, communication is not the only thing. I'm just
Mm,
starting the
yeah, okay,
communication.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
every issue in life
Mm,
should be actually approached in three ways.
yeah.
You approach it physically, you approach it spiritually,
Spiritually,
and you approach it mentally.
mentally, spiritually,
Physically
physically, and
and mentally, or
mentally,
let's say intellectually.
intellectually. So
Every
every
issue in
issue,
life, you
yeah,
have to approach it from three
from
dimensions.
three
You understand me
dimensions,
now?
yeah.
So,
So
what
it's not
the
just you
physical one?
praying,
No, 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 no,
you
not
have
just
to
about praying
pray,
alone.
yeah, you have
You
to
have to
take
pray
steps and also
because
think
the
of
devil
what,
is on rampage.
yeah,
Something is going on
looking for
somewhere.
homes to
Do you
destroy.
understand me now? So the devil is not interested in any family. That's why
Any
it's introducing some kind of family that we have not seen before. Do you understand me now? I don't want to go into that now. So what am I trying to say is that the first thing is engage the person. You have to communicate. This time around, you communicated before and you kept doing it. This time around, you don't. It will be a normal communication.
yeah.
Something
It
happened
can
in the book
even
of
be
Esther.
okay, okay. Let me say.
Esther wanted to communicate
Yeah.
something to the king.
Mm.
She didn't
That
go
was the
direct
thing.
and say that, King,
This is what I want.
this should have been no, 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 no. She
No.
prepared.
In fact, they fasted for 3 days.
Mhm.
She also
She
fasted
has
for
prayed.
yeah, so she
Do
has
you
prayed.
understand
The
that?
spiritual
So meaning
aspect
that
has been
the
settled.
spiritual aspect is
Mm.
going to be the first.
Yeah, it has been
It's going to be the first. You
settled.
have to settle it in the realm of the spirit first.
Mm. That's
Someone
good.
like me, if I want to talk to someone, maybe I want to try to, you know, I'm looking for you want to separate an issue. You want to, some people are fighting each other. You want to try and become someone that will come in between to help them resolve the issue.
To bring
I always
peace.
pray, Father, I want to try and solve this issue. Please give me words.
Give me wisdom.
Give me wisdom. I pray. I may not even say it out. Before approaching. So you need to engage prayers. You need to pray. You need to pray. So that when after praying, you now go into that communication dimension. But it will be a normal communication. Go by the way of Esther. She prepared a very good, delicate, good food. She even invited Aman, the man that she wanted to report her case. She invited him
So the place
to the dinner,
banquet,
to the
yes.
banquet, so that at least enjoy yourself,
I
Mr. Man.
enjoy.
So that so prepare that dish. Let me take for example now a woman. The husband has been doing this repeatedly. Prepare the dish, let it be in such a way that the husband will know that something is going on. Or something that is very unusual. Prepare the dish when Ethiopia are happy. Don't engage the person when Ethiopia are still hot or when you are hot.
That will just
No,
come
no,
to
no, no, no.
argument.
Argument. So
So
let
two
it be
words
at the
cannot
time
make it. Yeah,
at the time when
it's calm.
is calm, is happy, giving the best food, the best meal, everything, they not engage it. Dear, this, you have been doing this over and over, and I know it is hurting me. Let him know the level of damage that is causing you. He may not see it that way. Let him know the level of damage, number one. Let him know the level of damage to the family. If you decide to take it, oh, do you understand me now? And the two of you have to agree that day. If you do it again, what should we do?
Mm.
We need to agree. So you tell him what you will do if he does that again. You understand me now? So that's the level of communication I'm talking
Okay,
about.
let's be in fact, I just feel that we can point this completely because forgiveness is a very broad topic.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
forgiveness is the root of every divorce in marriage.
Yeah.
It's the root of it. So I
Lack
want
of it.
to, yes, lack of forgiveness is
Yes.
the root of every unhappy home. Let me put
Yes.
it like that. So I want to say this. You said something like communication.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, can I go and report him to his family?
Well,
Or go and report him to my family? We see family intervention where
exactly.
family will not come sit together. And what do you think about that?
Well, everything in life there is stage. When you take paracetamol to a particular headache, and that headache refuses to go, you visit your school, you see your doctor. So that means if you engage in communication and you've done it like 2 or 3 times and it's not changing, then you should have a mentor.
Yeah. So personally, me, I don't believe in reporting your husband to his family
Yes.
because the reason why I don't believe this is that I've been married to my husband for 11 years and I've never reported him to his family before.
And then,
And because I know he has a lot of mentors, but I know two of them that if not, I don't even need to report. Just
exactly.
carry phone and say, I'm going to call uncle now.
Mhm.
Everything is settled. Everything is settled. Do you know why? The reason why I don't no, I've not done that because he has always been behaving well. He has been behaving well. So I can't really consider and report him to uncle yet. But the reason why I don't believe in reporting your spouse to their family is this. Let me say it so I can help someone. See, when you go to report your spouse to your family, to our family or to his family the first time they will take it and like, hey, we will talk to him, we will speak to him. They can and they may not. Immediately you leave, they will start thinking that you that you came to report, are you sure you're not even the cause of everything? That's the first thing. Because no family believe that you trained a child that is not well behaved.
Exactly.
No mother will tell you that my son, that this son I train, hey, he can do. You tell you that mommy, in fact, it's you that pushed him to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's always this bias mind towards from the parents. So it's better that if your husband is doing something, the parents should not even be. They may be supporting you in your face, but let me tell you the truth. Deep down, the support is not genuine. I'm still saying
Actually, it depends on the kind of parents.
no. Even no matter the parents, when you go the first time, the second time, the third time, they will start seeing you as somebody that has issues.
That is true.
You don't understand what I'm saying? But if it's a mentor that is not the one that is not
Except
the
your parents are your
parents.
mentor.
Let
That's what I'm saying. That it depends on the kind of.
no.
Some parents can actually
Be
be
a
a mentor.
mentor. Okay,
You,
that's
you
true.
understand me
But
now?
me, I feel that it can even be uncle. It's still better. Do you understand? But I feel that you should know someone that your husband really cares, apart
Exactly.
from the parents,
Exactly.
that can call your husband or
Exactly.
uncle and he will answer and say
Exactly.
yes, and he can they can have discussion and he will change it
Exactly.
from family.
Mm.
Because when families start coming in, when families start coming in, you have your family, you to go and report to your family, you to go and report to your family, now have family discussion. Everybody may want to be biased that no, my son, we are supporting my daughter, this one we are supporting, and before you know it, the thing will not work out. It will not work out. So let every spouse make sure that your spouse, if you are not married, see, this is the best time. Make sure that that person you want to get married to has somebody
That
that
is accountable.
he or she is accountable to.
Exactly.
It's very important though. Hey, it's better don't say my husband no remember, my husband no fear anybody. It's a big red flag. Abeg, run far away from that person. Run as in run
Human
very
being
well.
can be human being.
Can any let me
So you
say
need someone. You need
out of mind. They say
Desperately
you
wicked.
can say who
Who
can
can know
know
it?
it? Who? Nobody. There's he
Exactly.
said that thinketh is stand. Let him
Take it easy.
eat.
Let it
Lest
fall.
before. So they can anything can happen in marriage. Marriage is a long time journey. It's not about today.
It's
It's
a
not
journey.
what you are saying today. Anything can happen. Your husband may be influenced in the office, he may be influenced by
Exactly.
friends, he may be very good. Even your wife may be very good now. And maybe just influence in the office and they say, hey, when my husband, social media can even influence people. But when they have somebody that you can get for, better than calling out to others, you see. And it must be somebody that you too, you know that you better have biblical standards.
Hmm.
No, not anyhow
Very
mentor.
important.
They better
Very
have
important.
biblical standards.
Very, very
Not
important.
anyhow mentor.
Very, very
Not anyhow
important.
mentor. So I'm thinking that bringing family into situation
Yeah.
to settle
Matters.
some matters can in some cases, I don't want to use all in all cases, in
Yes.
some cases expand a life,
Actually, in our family, we don't.
escalate the matter.
There are some things we have never done
Yeah.
before. I've never reported my wife to anybody before. I've never called anyone to settle issue in my home before.
For many
Likewise,
years.
my wife has not done that too. Do you understand me now? So, does that mean we have not had issues?
No.
No.
Yeah.
You understand me now?
They
So, bringing family into issues can actually
escalate
you
the
can
issue.
escalate it.
Yeah.
You can escalate
Can
it because
escalate it.
some family they don't really like that guy
Yeah.
before you get married to him.
That's true.
You understand me
Yeah,
now?
some don't even like you as the wife that you're still going there
Some
to
don't like
report.
you as a wife before, but
Yeah.
the guy just
The mother may
decided
even
not
like
to
you,
let
the
you know.
father may like you, but the sister may not
You
like you.
understand?
And when they hear the
And your
testimony
husband
of
decided not
somebody
to
told
let
you,
you know that
that's deep.
some member of my family don't really like
Like
you.
you.
But you not have you should not go back to
Go
them.
back to them, they'll say, the man told you.
Definitely they will see you as the one that is not. I know.
Mm.
Our son doesn't he doesn't no, no, and you are going to compound the issue.
Yeah, it's
You understand me?
escalate.
So it's better, number one, God must be the anchor.
Yeah.
Your family, your foundation must be right.
Must be right.
God must be your foundation. Then ask someone that you are accountable to.
Yeah.
You can even be a friend.
Yeah, you
You can be a friend. Something happened to someone some time ago, and when the person called, she just called the friend of the husband. Just a call from the friend. When what happened? This immediately that resolved the issue. Why? Because the husband is actually accountable to the friend. So know the person your husband is
Is
accountable.
accountable
Your
to.
husband should not be
Not only husband
someone
though, even your
or
wife.
wife. Should not be someone that is not accountable to anybody.
Yeah, my husband no dey fear
No,
anybody.
no, 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 no.
Abeg na red flag. My wife
It's a
no
red
fear
flag.
anybody.
It's a
Red
red
flag
flag.
abeg, please go on. So you said something about communication that when the person keeps doing it, communicate. But I want to bring this to you. When we talk about unforgiveness is so wide. Some things are just mere maybe misunderstanding, mere arguments, and
Exactly.
just nobody want to step down for one person. Everybody want to be down, saying the right thing,
Exactly.
you are saying the right thing, and maybe it's even communication issue, you are not communicating well and all that. But now I want to bring it to the area of when the area of abuse in the home. See, and I want to explain it. There are different kind of abusive relationship or abusive marriage. There are verbal abusive relationship in the sense that the husband will talk down on the wife and the woman will
Morale will be
cry, the
down.
morale will be down.
No
You
virtue.
talk, there's nothing good about you. You are just useless.
Or even relate to your family.
Relate to your family,
Even your own family.
your own family, nothing. Who are you? Why will you say this kind of thing? Is your father paying this money? Is it your father that owns the money? It talks to the wife that the wife will feel so bad as if there's nothing good about her. Do you understand? This person keeps doing it. You have you communicate it to him, but it's like, don't be me marry you. Why will you tell me how to talk? Anyhow I like, I talk. How will you handle that?
Okay, see, marriage is big.
So,
Marriage is big.
sorry.
Alright.
That's the woman. That has to do with.
Man.
Yeah, that has to do with. Yes, some women do it. They'll talk to their husband and say, your mates are out there. How much are you giving me? your mate are buying cars for their
Yeah.
wife.
Fool.
You are a fool.
Full of
And
forty.
look at you, how
Full
old
of
are
taxi.
you? People that are not even up to your age, they
Yeah.
are buying cars as gifts. They are giving their wife iPhone 14. You
100%.
gave me 10,000 naira for food
Mm-hmm.
money, you are still asking for two chicken, two
Mm.
meat. Now your mate dey eat two meat. Do you
Why
understand?
not you want feeding your mother?
No be me dey eat, I feed you, I clothe you, such kind of words. It go deep inside the heart.
Deep inside.
It's just like you are cutting the person's
You
heart.
can scatter the
You
person's
don't understand?
membrane
Yeah.
system.
And this person is not liking it. He keeps saying it. But you are like, it's part of you. You are doing your part. I won't say this. That's about verbal abuse, abusive relation. Now let's talk about those people that even beat their wife. Before you say one thing, you slap the land. That you're even afraid to even talk because you don't know the one you will say next that you that will even where that you will
What's
see.
method?
Yeah. So in that kind of case, how can we do it? Can communication still work for that? Hmm.
Really, I was about to say something before that. Marriage
Okay.
is bigger than the way people see it.
Yeah.
And before you go into marriage,
Mhm.
there's a there's a period for courtship. That period for courtship, most people take it for period to just go out, hang out, go to clubs, wine, having sex, and that's not it. That period is a period you need to find out many things about the person you want to get married to. It's a period you need to actually put the person, some kind of test, intellectually. Now, you find yourself in such a situation. You're
Yeah.
already
You're
married to the
already married to
person.
the person.
You're already married. These red flags, you will have seen it when you are courting the person. But somehow, maybe it was overlooked or you downplay it. So now you're in it. In this scenario, like in this case, two things worked, or two things can actually work out. The first thing is that you need to do more of spiritual. Because for anyone to be violent, for anyone to be doing that, Satan has a hand in it somehow. So you need to go more spiritual. Since you know that communication doesn't work, and if you report him to, in quotes, his mentors, you are going to receive another slap when he comes back home, and he will warn you if you ever. So you know that it's now a case of no retreat.
No surrender.
Do you understand me now? So in this case, you need to now embrace God more because God is one that owns the heart of men. That's number one. Number two, if it has turned to assault and this person is molesting you, then you can actually separate from the person for a while.
Yeah,
It's
separation.
very, very important.
Yeah, separation.
Very important. You can
Before
separate
they
from the
kill
person
you,
for a
abeg.
while. Report yourself to your pastor.
Yeah.
If you know your pastor is someone that can actually accommodate it. Not someone that will actually use it to preach.
Abeg o.
Someone that can accommodate it, or maybe a friend that is highly spiritual, because this has gone spiritual now. Do you understand me now? So engage the person, but most importantly, you need to separate yourself for some time from that relationship.
Okay, like what you said just now, I
Yes.
want to say something about reporting. Reporting, there is this issue that we both know about it.
Okay.
It's the issue of wife reporting the husband. So you need to be careful of who you report your spouse to. It's very, very important. The Bible says we should test our spirit and establish the truth. There's this case that in fact it takes God for us to be able to settle that case, and I think it's just right for me to share it with you so that you can also help someone out there. Reporting the wife reports a case to the pastor in church, and before you know it, the pastor called the husband, try to speak, and before you know, the pastor started using that case to preach on the altar and really caused a lot of issues in that home. That the husband stopped going to church. In fact, it was even at the point of even backsliding. Do you understand? So please, before you report, how about know the capacity of the person you want to go and report your spouse to? Not those people that will start seeing it as a point of using it I don't know how to
Preach.
put, not
Yeah.
even preaching alone. So it will not break that because they also break the man's ego.
Exactly.
Every man
This
has
marriage,
his
the marriage was just about a year
a
old.
year old.
You understand? And so many things were happening, and the wife
Happy.
felt,
Oh, let me just
you
report to
don't have
family.
any kids now,
She's not
you don't have
really
any
wrong.
child now that can actually divert my
Attention
attention,
to.
my
She's not really wrong,
let
but
me
she
let
just
me
reported to the wrong person.
you understand me now, but the person actually did not handle it very
At
well.
all.
You understand me now? So
It
because of
wasn't
that,
handled well.
before you even report anybody,
Please.
you need to ensure that you are doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You need to ensure that you are talking to the right person.
The right
And
person.
sometimes issues that we report, often in some cases, even we ourselves, we are contributing to the issues. But we don't usually look at our own part of the issue. You understand me now? But if you look at it critically, before you report any issue, look at dissect that issue to know where you have been contributing to
Really.
it. Someone that is coughing now, there are some things that the person shouldn't eat.
Yeah.
If you eat it will stir that
They
thing.
come.
You understand me now? So
Okay,
that's it.
so it's because of our time, because we
Mm,
still have a lot to discuss
okay.
on this thing. Can you actually forgive and forget? Okay, now let me say, let me bring a scenario here. Your husband or your spouse impregnated someone outside. There's an evidence, the pregnancy is there. Yes, you say you're forgiving the person. But the baby, you keep seeing the baby. Can you forget that act?
Wow.
Can you forget? So there are some scenarios, can we actually forgive and say we forget?
Actually, forgiveness, only God forget things. He said, remember the former things. God can forget your past, past behavior. Even though there
In
are some
some
cases
cases,
in the Bible that
and
God will
you
remind
remind them back
the
that that
nation
was
of
how your
Israel.
father,
He
yeah.
will tell them the story they used to. So they must hear.
Yeah,
You understand me
yeah.
now? Of course, can we really forgive and forget?
Forget.
It's not easy to forget,
You can't do.
but we can hibernate.
What is
The language,
that?
I'm
I'll let
actually
you.
using the language of the computer now. You can have hibernate your system. You are not working on the system again, but there's a way you put the system. To not be using the battery or whatever they give. To just do as if it's resting. You understand me now?
So,
So you may not forgive and you may not forget, but
but
you can deactivate.
how can you deactivate? How can you deactivate? You can't deactivate.
Now, meaning that there are some things that in life that you just consider.
Just accept it.
You have to accept it. It's not a reality.
How it
It's
comes to
a
reality.
reality. You understand me now? Because Apostle Paul at the time, because there's a time I used to think of some things that if Apostle Paul was to dwell on the past,
Mm.
eh, he will not even want to embrace the gospel. Because he has killed the people he wants to join now.
Yeah.
He has killed some of
Yeah,
them.
give some
He has
of them.
factored, he has
And
influenced,
yeah, and they won't
the
even
prosecution of
accept
some
him.
of them.
Even his disciples will not be
And
able
if
to
they want to
accept
bank
him.
on what he has done,
No.
some of them are actually witnesses. They
Yes.
witness. They will not accept it.
They won't accept
You
because they
understand
say,
me now?
ah, you killed
Do you
someone.
understand me? So for them to accept Apostle Paul, to now see him as in quotes celebrity or someone that they now revere, as one of their leaders, that means they've actually deactivated what they have known about him. Do you understand me now? So you need to embrace it. Once you embrace it, it will be easier for you to deactivate resentment around it. If you don't embrace it, anytime you see that child or that girl that he impregnated, that thing will come up again. And you remember the day he made
Or
vow
you
to you
cut
on
it
the
with
altar
somebody on your matrimonial bed.
with mother bed, that thing will always activated. But when you see it and you just accept, see, this thing has happened. We need to move on. We need to move forward. So you now find a way of deactivating that event. Don't place it on him again, especially if he has truly, repented. Because some people do not repent. They will still continue to do it. That's why I've said that before you get married, there are a lot of things you need to do.
Okay.
You understand me now?
What about time? We're talking about forgiving and forgiveness. So let's move on. How can we embrace forgiveness? The topic is embracing forgiveness. How can we embrace it? What's the process of forgiveness? What's the process of embracing forgiveness? Is it possible to just think, to just forgive this person ahead and anything this person did, anything is going to do, I've already forgiven? Is it possible? How can we embrace it? How can we get to that understanding that, oh, anything you do, I'll forgive. Or when the person is even doing it, you're already forgiving the person. How can we get to that state of forgiving someone like
Okay,
that?
let me say this before actually before I answer that that you want to embrace forgiveness, that you want to actually forgive someone does not mean the one will become a fool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you need to become a fool and everything the person does, you just forgive. That one will not be balanced.
Yeah.
You are likely going to become something else. Do you understand me now?
Yes.
So there must be a balance to everything. So how do we embrace forgiveness in marital relationship? Number one, you need to actually check your foundation. The foundation must be well laid. God must be your foundation
Foundation of the home now.
of the home. So if God is your foundation and is the foundation and is equally the one that you are looking up to,
It's the roof.
first is the root.
Mm.
You understand me now? So
Mm.
you need to, that means for every issue, I need to relate with him first.
With God.
God, concerning this issue, what do you want me to do?
To do.
You need to get to that level
Mm.
where God become your first person to relate issues that has to do with forgiveness with. Number one. Number two, you need to make it a culture.
Yeah.
It must be what I believe has been helping my family,
Yeah.
or one of the things I believe has been helping my family is that we have made some things a culture.
Like
Before you sleep, before we sleep,
like a
any
policy.
resentment, any work, we must resolve it before we sleep.
Yeah. And we don't start arguments in the morning.
And we don't start arguments in the morning because
Because
we know we
we
won't finish
won't
it
finish it. So you have
before
to take
everybody
it.
will
You
go to
not
work
take
or
it to
whatever.
work.
So
Yeah.
anything you cannot finish, we
You
don't
don't
start in the
start it in
morning.
the morning.
Do you understand? Because
Yeah.
once you start in the morning and you cannot finish it and halfway the person goes to work, you too, that thing will remain in the hands of the person.
Yeah. And
And
the devil will
anything
start
can
bringing
bite,
a lot of
do you
things,
understand me now?
open the
So don't
doors.
start whatever issue you know you cannot actually finish in the morning. But before you sleep, ensure. So it
And I
has
think
become a
another thing
policy,
that can
so
also
to
help
say.
is that please always speak out your mind.
Exactly.
I know most men they bottle things up. Your wife offends you, or in fact, you the lady will not even know that you have done anything bad.
Mhm.
But you bottle it up, you're not speaking, you're not saying anything. How will I know that I offended you? I
Exactly.
beg.
Exactly.
You are not saying anything, you just bottle it up. The second time you bottle it up, the third time you bottle, and the fourth time you have bug. I say, you are always like this, because you have been bottling up unforgiveness. So please, let's always communicate. If your spouse offend you, immediately let the person know that I don't like this thing you just did. I don't like it. So the person say, what do you two like about it? Then you say, I don't like when you do this, I don't like. That's it. But when you keep bottling it or keep holding it and say, she's supposed to know. Supposed to know. That's
Exactly.
not this communication. You have to
And that,
communicate
that
it.
doesn't mean that you need to actually
Take every
get
offense
offended
on every
for
slight
every issue.
thing. Yeah, every issue.
Doesn't mean you need to speak up for every issue.
Everything. Yeah, something just let
You
it slide.
understand?
And then,
Sometimes I believe that as a husband or a wife, you must study your husband.
yeah,
It's
study
very
your
important.
spouse. Yeah.
Study the person very well. You know that this person is still weak
Mm.
in this area, and that area is where the offense has been coming from. There are some that you have to overlook. If you have to speak up for everything, that one may have
The
issue.
issue.
Do you understand? Because it is not every time you speak up that the other person will take it.
We take it.
You know, the other person will not believe
You have done
some of them
anything
that
wrong.
he has done it. So that sometimes you just allow it to pass. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But all the same, study the person very well. I used to know someone. I was told by one of the children that my mom used to get angry, and anytime my mom is angry, she can actually say some things that she doesn't even mean. But because she was angry that time, she will say it. So if the child already knows that mommy, everything mommy is saying, it is not everything she meant.
Mm.
She will not take everything, or if you will not take everything hook, line, and sinker. Everything the money, she will, of course, she will know that okay, but my mom is just trying to release, everything, trying to correct me for my mistake. So if you have studied your wife or your husband and you know some area of weaknesses or thereabouts, and that issue is coming from that angle, you don't need to react to anything because you already know the person. You understand me? All you need to do is let it fly, but find a means later to bring the issue up. when you know that that issue can actually be well communicated. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Communicate it when it will land well.
Without value.
And the way you communicate issues also matter.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
we say that, or you find they are going through some issues or some challenges and that they are the points of divorce?
Yes. And
So
forgiveness work.
now forgiveness work.
Well, forgiveness can actually work if one embraces. But there are some situations where the issue of ground is not actually issue of forgiveness. It's the issue of character.
Mm,
It's the issue of
yeah. Right.
behavior or
Mm,
thereabouts. It's not really about offense now,
yeah.
but it's about what to do, what to have in quotes. Do you understand me now? So in that situation, God does not support divorce or divorce. God does not support it. So it's very important that when you get to that stage, you should actually make use of all the lifelines in quotes, all the lifelines before you conclude your mind to do anything,
Yeah, including separation.
including separation. Make use of all the lifelines. Have you engaged God? Have you engaged people that the person is accountable to? Have you spoken about this issue? Have you actually spoken your mind? Things that are paining you that you refuse to say, all these things you must actually ensure that you've used all lifelines. Having used all lifelines, you now go back to the Bible. What is Bible saying about this issue? As the man fornicated, he has not communicated. You just felt that you are not compatible. Why do you think you are not compatible? Were you compatible when you got married? You understand me now? So before you got married to anybody, you need to define some things. It's very important. If you don't define certain things and you don't really know the essence of going into that marriage, you can easily be offended over every little thing. And the next thing you'll be thinking about is you want to divorce. After divorce, do you really think when you enter another home, it will still go well? The issues may still come up. So that means somehow you need to learn over time. Learn over time. That's why it's very good for family to be having a kind of appraisal.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
very
every
good.
month, once in a month,
Yeah,
once in 6 months, once in 3 months.
vacation for family,
It's
for
like even when you have
it's
children,
very good.
have
Look
family
for somewhere
meetings.
you can take your children to, you and your husband
Family
just go
meetings.
for 3 days.
You
Only
understand?
we are not saying you have to go to
A very expensive
maybe
place or
Dubai,
thereabouts.
maybe you can just do for a very small place like two of you. In fact, you can even take your children to Ghana or somewhere and two of you just be
Exactly.
in the house
You
alone.
need
You know,
to
try to
appraise that.
appraise
What are those things that
yourself.
they're doing that you
Yeah,
don't
there is
like?
something like
Measure 5.
there's something
As
that
simple as that.
I was in a group, a Christian wife group, and our mentor, my mentor auntie, he said people should go and ask your husband what are those 5 things you have been doing,
Wow.
and your husband is not happy about it,
Mm.
and you have to be you must not argue when he said don't argue with it, don't say no,
Don't be defensive.
don't be defensive,
Mm.
you know what to tell you, just take it and work on it.
On it.
And I told my
Exactly.
husband, I asked him, I said, what are those 5 things I've been doing that you're not happy with? And I was surprised that he even told me.
I remember.
I was surprised that he told me 5 things. Like, yeah. So you have this 5 things I've been doing and you're not happy with, and you're not saying it. And when he said it, I said, Peter, you have to tell you your own.
Yes, I can't remember that
Even though
conversation.
I did not say we should ask for, we should tell our husband their own, but I have to tell you, I said, let me tell you the one I don't argue. You have to take it
No,
and
it's
work on
very
it.
important you do
It's just
assessment.
like an
Very,
assessment.
very
Just
important.
every
From time to time.
organization.
Don't ever think that things are going on well. Mm.
Every
It might
organization
appear as
that
if
is
it's
going
going on
on
well.
well.
Just look at a building that is already having a crack, somewhere. It will still appear as everything is fine. Somebody is trying to wanted to break a rock. You're hammering it.
Yeah.
Gradually the rock will not show as if it's already breaking.
Talk at
You understand
time,
me now? So
be rounding
appraisal
up.
is very important
Yeah,
on a regular
because
basis.
every organization you have
Yes.
appraisal period. It's always
Yes.
6 months.
Mm. You can
Before
even have a
six
kind of
months,
retreat.
yeah, to
You know.
just do appraisal, and
Exactly.
that is what they use to emotion.
Mm.
So it's very good for you to appraise your own,
It
appraise your
makes the
spouse.
marriage to become healthy.
Yeah, it makes marriage. Don't you discuss, have to add
So
discussion. And
anything
that
you have been
time,
hiding in your heart, you
you
pour
say
it out
it
that time.
out. It's
It's
true
an
of you.
ability to
See,
fill it up.
it's very important. It's very important. I just pray that the Lord will help. Because of our
Amen.
time, will not be
But
we won't be
we
able
have to
to
stop right.
continue. Yeah, we have to stop here. But the most important that we should know that it is important for us to raise forgiveness now. If there's anything that you have put up forgiveness, you are keeping malice with your husband or friend, and I'm not going to keep saying except to come and beg me. Please, this night, go and meet him
Exactly.
or meet her and just just come and say sorry. In fact, some people you don't need more to say sorry, no wahala. Maybe it's gift you use in saying your own sorry.
Exactly.
Please go and buy that gift and just let peace reign.
So
See,
it's
the
important.
issue
Yeah.
here is because of our time, we
Mm.
want to discuss about how unforgiveness affects the children,
Mm.
but we won't be able to go into that. When you have misunderstanding with your spouse, it affects the children. You don't know, it affects them.
Exactly.
There was a
Exactly.
survey that was done in a school
Mm.
for 300
Yeah.
children here, and they said write down 5 things that you don't like your parents doing in the home. And you won't believe that almost 99% of them know that their parents used to fight and they don't like it. And they
Wow.
fight at home too much, it affects them, it affects their emotion. That sometimes they argue and shout on themselves. So it affects the family, it affects the children.
Exactly.
Sometimes you don't want to start raising that kind of children that is emotionally, disturbed. Please try to always find a way to embrace forgiveness in your home.
Children, they don't like
In
it.
your
It's very, very
home.
important.
Two wrongs cannot make it right.
Yes.
It cannot. It takes two to agree. It takes two to make the home to work. It
Exactly.
takes two to make the home to stand. So you have to start working. You don't keep. Don't start pushing them. It's the one. It's the one that now make the home. No, look at yourself. Look at you too. Look at yourself. What are you doing? Think deep. So we'll be rounding up, but before we
Let me
go,
give you
let me
this.
just
Yes.
let me
Let me
allow
give
my
you this.
husband
There's a
speak.
mindset you need to actually embrace
Yeah.
in your marriage. The mindset is, I've married this man.
Yes.
I've looked and seen before I married him.
Mm.
I believe he can be my head. So I'm marrying him because he's a good head. You understand me now?
Mm.
So have a mindset of someone that wants to make marriage work.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Mm.
So when you have that mindset, even if anything come up, you have a way of quenching that fire. You quench it. Why? Because you want it to work. Do you understand me now? So, but whenever you have issues, try to bring it up from time to time, but have it at the back of your mind that this man must succeed. This lady must succeed. You understand me now? And whatever the issue, we must solve
Succeed.
it.
The home must stand and we must be happy in our
Exactly.
home. So thank you viewers at home. We'll be ending this section here. And I promise you, I'm still going to bring you back. I know you might
I'm
enjoy
always
this.
for you.
Yeah, you're always for me. So don't worry, we'll see another section
Yeah.
very soon. And please do it to like, subscribe on our YouTube channel, like and share this video. It is going to help somebody out there. Thank you and see you next time. Bye bye. And wish us happy anniversary too.
Oh,
Bye bye.
11th anniversary.
Yeah, bye bye.